Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about meaningful learning. And first, let's talk about the good point of meaningful learning.
We think meaningful learning can connect and can attract students more easily because it connects the new information with students' memories.
Yeah.
And I think it will also make students to think that learning is more meaningful. Like sometimes if we learn something that is not that useful, we will feel boring too. We'll feel boring, and I think because it is appealing students by some academic goals and career goals. Yeah, so I think it will make students think that learning is more meaningful.
Yeah. Like once you have motivation, you will learn the thing more faster and more efficiently, and you could memorize the thing better than the one you don't have motivation.
So it's like our conversation class, we have the vocabulary list. So when we learn some words like focaccia or omelette, egg roll, so we can know, oh, that's what we have had before. So it's like meaningful learning, the connection.
And I think meaningful learning can give students less stress because part of the learning is already they have known about.
Yeah. And they also avoid too much drill and memorization. That's a good point, but we are going to talk about the disadvantage of meaningful learning. What's the disadvantage? Maybe it's you are learning with what you know, but you could not explore more or discover more for your unknown field.
So your learning is a bit limited. You can always only refer to the thing you know, but you cannot explore the future part and the thing you don't know.
Yeah, there has some restriction in this learning.
I think it's kind of hard for real practice because you can't really know, you can't really design the meaningful learning for every individual student.
Yeah, so because everyone has different experience and different knowledge. So how to divide the students into several groups is one of the problems.
And the topic will maybe limited to only daily the thing we can use in daily life rather than some more difficult grammars.
Yes. So.
But I think it is good because it gives students more chance of creating a long-term memory. Yeah, and I think long-term memory is very important because sometimes when we are like learning a new vocabulary, we know what that means when we say it or when we listen to it, but we just somehow don't know how to put it into our output. So I think this kind of learning could make the student know the meaningful, the real daily life use.
Yeah. So I think like meaningful learning is for the small class that will specialize. Maybe they are all interested in something, and so that they can work on in this part. And then in this learning, it also talk about children will associate with their sounds and words and structures to learn a new language. Like when we were young, we would attend like cram school, and it would teach us some songs or use some activity for us to learn the language better.
And I think this is really opposite to rote learning because like in rote learning we can memorize things fast, but we also forget it faster than meaningful learning because you don't know what the thing you learn has connected to your life.
I recall that one of my students, he liked to memorize those vocabulary in those rote learning way. For example, like in front of, he will say I, N, F, R, O, N, just letter by letter memorize it. And that doesn't help a lot because when the next time he comes and he forgot everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you like meaningful learning?
Yes, I think although it has some disadvantage, but I think it's a good way to learn something new.
Yeah, I think I also love this meaningful learning because I don't want to learn the thing I don't like. Yeah.
And I think like we are already college students, so meaningful learning is more useful for us because our horizon is broadened, and for those compared with those elementary school students, so our knowledge is broadened, and we don't have to use those
Repetition.
repetition kinds of.
Yeah.
I think that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
我就完。